Hello guys, P3ZRAY here. Okay, so the time has finally arrived. My Duel Wield is at level 130. I'm still playing about with it, but I did promise you guys that I would release the build and let you guys see it. Now, first things first, this build isn't your ordinary typical build. This is just something that I've put together that I quite enjoy. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the stats, skills, combos, all that good stuff, equipment, and then I'm going to give you some reasoning to why I've made this build the way I've made it. So I'll just keep coming back as and when. So the first thing I want to mention just quickly, you just had a look at my stats, and on my stats it showed you that I had over 2,000 attack speed. Please ignore that. I actually used a giga speed and a power essence when I shot this video, so it is a little bit misleading. Don't think for one second that this build is just bog standard over 2,000 attack speed. It's not, but it has got its unique qualities. One of the qualities being it is roughly a 99.9% crit build. So that's one thing I wanted to try and put into this was crit. You know, crit. I love the crit. I love my crit archer. So I wanted to do the same with the Duel Wield. The next thing that I want to point out is I've not gone crazy on my skills in the Duel Wield section, but you can do this, and I'll explain why in a second. Here you have it, Tamer skills. I have spent 20 skill points in this skill tree. Now, you don't have to do that. I've done that because I wanted to try and make this build unique to me. Okay, so it has 99.9% crit, and I also have pet tamer skills. You can spend them other 20 skill points in any other skill tree. I'd recommend maybe the survival skill tree, build your HP up, whatever you want to do to finish it off. So if you've got 20 skill points spare and you haven't got a pet and you're not interested in the pet system, spend them in something else. That is completely fine. Now, when we come to the equipment, as you can see, I've got some serious equipment there. I do know that having a sub weapon, the Extol, doesn't actually count, so you know, but for me, I just wanted to put a weapon in there, and that's what I've done. I've kind of jigged them too and switched and swapped them. I highly recommend that you get anything to do with crit rate. Crit rate is super important. Same with your body piece. Your body piece must have these stats on it. It doesn't have to be double slotted. I've just done that because I can. So yeah, this build is just a unique little build that I've put together, and when you see what the pet can do, you will understand why I've done it. So I'm going to continue letting you watch, and then I'll come back in a second. Okay, so now we're going to the pets. Pip is my main pet. He's level 50 out of 86, and trust me, he is a little powerhouse. And this is why I've decided to try and look at the pet system. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go and fight the Metal Stinger, and then after the fight I'm going to come back in and explain why I've made this build with a pet. Right, so that is the Metal Stinger down, and as you saw, the majority of my hits were critical, which is exactly what I wanted out of this build. I wanted to try and imitate my critical archer build, and it wasn't far off. You know, I think every so often I do hit normal, so that's why I'm saying it's like 99.9. But let me show you something. Let's get back to my pet. My pet did a crazy amount of damage. If I just scroll up, I will show you what I'm talking about. 34,000 with magic lance. That is just an example of how powerful these pets can be. He's only level 50, remember that. I've still got a long way to go before he maxes level, and when you fuse him, he'll get even more powerful, which like I said, I'll do another video on. So let's see what this next boss brings. So this is going really well. As you can see, my crits are hitting quite a lot. Took him out, no problem. Magic lances did do some serious damage in that as well. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to go through a few boss fights, and then I'm going to come back to you at the end explaining a little bit more about the build. Okay guys, so that is it. That is all the bosses I wanted to show you. Let's just have a quick look at what Magic Lances did. Okay, so it did 43,632. Let's get down to business. I wanted to create a build that had high critical rate. I wanted a build that had a pet, and I also wanted a build where it had good survivability. I feel as though I've ticked all them boxes. You might not want a pet, and like I said before, if you want to spend these 20 skill points in another skill tree, then go ahead. That is cool. You're going to have a build that's good with crit rate and a build that has good survivability, in my opinion. I know there's builds out there that are far more powerful, but for me, I just wanted something different, you know, and that's the beauty of Toram. If you want to make a build and try something new, then you can do that. And that's about it really. I think I've covered everything. I just want to say I hope you all enjoyed this video. I really tried to push this video out as fast as I can, but I have just recently changed jobs, so things have been a bit crazy, but I'm hoping that once I settle back into my new routine, I'll be able to put some more YouTube videos up for you. So all that's left to say is please subscribe, share the video, like and comment if you have any questions. Don't forget to hit that little notification button, that way you can keep up to date with my videos. And thank you for watching, and as always, stay safe.